Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like life just keeps throwing curveballs at you? One moment you think you've got it all figured out, and the next, you're facing a challenge that feels completely overwhelming. It's a universal feeling, and if you're nodding along, know that you are definitely not alone. We often see challenges as roadblocks, as frustrating detours on our path to happiness. But what if I told you that these very challenges are not just obstacles, but opportunities? What if they are the secret ingredients to building a stronger, more resilient you? Today, we're going to dive deep into this powerful mindset shift. We'll explore how to stop seeing challenges as walls and start seeing them as stepping stones for incredible personal growth. This isn't about ignoring the difficulty or pretending that setbacks don't hurt. It's about changing our relationship with them. It's about learning to ask, what can this teach me? Instead of why is this happening to me? So, grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's learn how to transform life's toughest moments into our greatest strengths. Let's start by understanding what resilience really is. It's a word we hear a lot, but its meaning can feel a bit abstract. Resilience isn't about being unbreakable or emotionless. It's not about having a tough exterior and never showing vulnerability. True resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity. It's like a strong tree that can bend in a powerful storm without snapping. It adapts, it flexes, and when the storm passes, it stands tall, perhaps even stronger for having weathered it. Think about it in terms of physical exercise. When you lift weights, you're essentially creating tiny tears, or challenges, for your muscles. It's uncomfortable, it's hard work, but what happens next? Your body doesn't just repair those tears. It rebuilds the muscle stronger than before to handle that stress in the future. Life's challenges work in exactly the same way for our minds and our character. Every time we navigate a difficult situation, we are training our resilience muscle. So, the first step is to reframe our perception. Challenges aren't punishments, they are workouts for our spirit. They are life's way of asking, how strong are you willing to become? So, how do we actually start viewing challenges as opportunities? The key is to cultivate a growth mindset. This concept, popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, is a game changer. A fixed mindset believes that our abilities, intelligence, and talents are static, unchangeable traits. When someone with a fixed mindset faces a challenge, they might think, I'm just not good at this, and give up, seeing the obstacle as proof of their limitations. On the other hand, a growth mindset believes that our abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. When someone with a growth mindset faces that same challenge, their inner voice says, I'm not good at this yet, or this is hard. What can I learn from it? They see the obstacle not as a dead end, but as a puzzle to be solved, an opportunity to learn and improve. This simple shift in perspective from I can't to how can I is incredibly powerful. It opens up a world of possibilities and turns every failure into a valuable lesson. The next time you hit a wall, I want you to pause and consciously try to activate your growth mindset. Ask yourself, what skills am I developing by tackling this? What am I learning about myself, or about this situation, that I didn't know before? Let's make this practical. Imagine you're passed over for a promotion at work. The initial sting of disappointment is real, and it's okay to feel it. The challenge as an obstacle mindset might lead to thoughts like, my boss doesn't value me, or I'll never get ahead here. This path leads to bitterness and stagnation. Now, let's apply the challenge as an opportunity mindset. After acknowledging the disappointment, you start asking different questions. What skills did the person who got the job have that I could develop? Can I ask my manager for specific feedback on areas for improvement? Is there a training course I could take to become a stronger candidate next time? Suddenly, this setback isn't a verdict on your worth. It's a personalized roadmap for your professional development. It has given you priceless information about what you need to do to achieve your goal. This same logic applies everywhere, A difficult relationship teaches you about boundaries and communication. A financial struggle teaches you about budgeting and resourcefulness. A failed project teaches you about planning and execution. The challenge itself is neutral. It asks the meaning we assign to it and the questions we ask about it that determine whether it breaks us or builds us. Another crucial technique is to practice mindful self-reflection. When we're in the middle of a storm, our immediate instinct is often to panic or react emotionally. This is totally normal, but resilience is built in the moments after that initial reaction. Take time to step back and observe the situation with a bit of distance. Journaling is an amazing tool for this. Write down what happened, how you feel about it, and what your initial gut reactions are. Don't judge them, just get them out. Then, once the emotional dust has settled a bit, you can start to analyze it like a scientist. What were the contributing factors? What was within my control? And what wasn't? If I could go back, what would I do differently? This process isn't about blame, it's about learning. It separates your identity from the outcome. You are not your failure. The failure is an event, a data point, that provides you with information to do better next time. By regularly reflecting on your challenges, you turn them from painful memories into a valuable library of wisdom that you can draw upon for the rest of your life. This practice transforms you from a passive victim of circumstances into an active student of your own life. Let's also talk about the power of perspective. Sometimes, our challenges feel so enormous because we're standing too close to them. It's like looking at a single, messy brushstroke instead of the entire painting. One way to gain perspective is to zoom out. Think about a challenge you faced 5 years ago. At the time, it probably felt huge, maybe even all-consuming, but how do you see it now? Chances are, it seems much smaller from a distance. You can see how you grew from it, what you learned, and how it ultimately led you to where you are today. Remembering this can be incredibly comforting in the present moment. This current challenge that feels like the end of the world. In 5 years, it will likely be just another chapter in your story of growth. Another technique is to practice gratitude. When you're facing a tough time, it's easy to focus only on what's going wrong. Make a conscious effort to notice what's still going right. Do you have a roof over your head, friends who support you, your health? Focusing on what you're grateful for doesn't erase the problem, but it balances the scales. It reminds you that the challenge is just one part of your life, not the entirety of it, which gives you the strength and stability to face it head-on. Building resilience is not a solo mission. In fact, trying to do it all alone is one of the biggest mistakes we can make. Humans are social creatures, and our strength is magnified when we connect with others. When you're facing a challenge, reach out. Talk to a trusted friend, a family member, a mentor, or a therapist. Sharing your struggle does two things. First, it externalizes the problem. Saying it out loud often makes it feel less intimidating than when it's just swirling around in your own head. Second, it allows you to borrow strength and perspective from others. A friend might offer a point of view you hadn't considered, or simply remind you of your own strengths when you've forgotten them. Hearing someone say, "I've been through something similar, and you've got this," is incredibly powerful. Furthermore, look for role models of resilience. Read biographies of people who have overcome immense adversity. Listen to stories of everyday people who have turned their struggles into triumphs. These stories serve as proof that it's possible. They light the way and show us that no matter how dark things seem, there is always a path forward. We are not the first to struggle, and we won't be the last. Our shared human experience is a deep well of strength we can all draw from. Finally, let's tie it all together. Cultivating resilience by viewing challenges as opportunities is a practice, not a destination. It's something you work on every day. It starts with adopting a growth mindset, believing in your ability to develop and improve. It's about asking what can I learn, instead of why me. It involves practical steps like reframing setbacks, using them as roadmaps for your goals. It's strengthened by mindful self-reflection, turning painful events into a library of personal wisdom through practices like journaling. It requires perspective, zooming out to see the bigger picture and practicing gratitude to stay grounded. And crucially, it's fueled by connection, by leaning on your support system and learning from the stories of others. These challenges, these moments of difficulty, are not here to break you. They are life's invitations to level up. They are the grit that polishes you into a diamond. Every single one you face and navigate makes you more capable, more compassionate, and more profoundly aware of your own strength. The goal, in a life without problems, the goal is to become the person who can stand in the middle of a storm and, instead of being afraid, feel the incredible opportunity to learn how to dance in the rain. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I truly hope this shift in perspective helps you face whatever comes your way with new confidence and strength. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel for more content on personal growth and living a more intentional life. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What's one challenge that you now realize was actually a major opportunity for growth in your life? Sharing our stories helps us all. Take care, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.